So if you're a new Dasher or you plan on becoming a DoorDash driver, you're in the right place. I'm going to share 3 tips with you that's going to help you become more effective as well as make more money. Before I do that, I just want to let you know that there's still money to be made as a DoorDash driver. Just follow these tips. Let's go. So the first tip that I want to share with you, man, is, and you may have heard it before, but you gotta know your market. Know everything about your market, your hot spots. I'm not just talking about looking on a Dasher app and saying this spot is hot. Know your hot spots. What areas are hot and what areas really are not. Because right now there's a lot of Dashers. So you gotta know your market. Within your market, there's several zones. Like you have this particular area of stores, a zone. You got this particular area of store, another zone, still within your market. Within your zone, how far do you like to travel? Because sometimes we'll go from one zone to the next within a 5 or 10 mile radius. Are you willing to drive 5 or 10 miles? See, this is stuff you got to know. If I park here in this parking lot, what is the percentage of you getting orders? Where do you park? Do you want to park around a lot of other Dashers? Let me tell you this about, I just want to throw in here about parking near other Dashers. The problem with that, when you park near other Dashers, if they get a low non-tip order and decline it, it's going to jump to the closest person, and sometimes that'll be it could be you. So sometimes you can get an order, a trash order that really wasn't meant for you, but another Dasher had it, but since you was in such close proximity, they declined it. Y'all in the same parking lot, it came to you. So that's something to think about also within your market. Where do you park at on your downtime in between orders? So know your market, man. Knowing your market includes the amount of money that you can expect to make. The realistic amount of money that you can expect to make. That's something that you should know. Within my market, I know this amount of money fluctuate between how many ever Dashers we have, and you should know how much you should be able to make by accepting these orders. In your market also, let me throw this in there, because within your market, also know what orders comes through within your market and your zone. There's a difference, because there could be a slight difference even within a zone. This zone may be known more to tip than this zone. That's why I say know your market and where you want to park. That's tip number 1, man. Just know your market. Know everything about your market, man. Where to go, the times to go, your hot spots, your money times. We know normally, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your meal times are probably your hottest times, but there's also times within that are specific to that zone. Me specifically, there's a zone that in the morning I might be in this zone because I know they heavy on breakfast, but during the lunch hours when these particular stores are open in another zone, they may be more hot to make more money. But you also got to factor in how many Dashers are there and all of that. The distance between, this is back to your market, the distance between the stores and the developments or the houses that order these particular orders. So all that's knowing your market, man. I got most of that down to a science. I know if I'm posted up in this area, I kind of know where my delivery is going to be, what areas. So and that's going to take time to learn all of this, but this is stuff you need to pay attention to build your foundation and then you can get on to the other, whether you call them tricks of the trade or whatever. But these foundations has to be built. Know your market. That's going to help you be more effective in your area. These zones, also in knowing your market and your zones, being familiar with the zones, is knowing what areas you want to deliver in, because you might find out that this particular store or this group of stores deliver to this specific area that you may feel uncomfortable with. So these are some of the things that you got to factor in as well. And you can probably do it early on if you have not done it. Something you might need to think about, because it's going to build your foundation to be more effective in your area. Tip number 2 will consist of, and it may sound crazy, but know your stores. And when I say know your stores, I'm talking about from the employees in there, maybe even know the managers, know what they expect when you come in, whether you post up with, whether they not want you to post up at when you come into these stores, who to check in with, how's that done. Just know everything about it. And it can change from not day to day, but it can change from store to store, and it probably will, from shift to shift. So if you happen to be dashing during the first shift and you go in this particular store, they may have you to do a certain thing. I'm gonna give you an example. I know that there's in my market there's 2 in one, but there's 2 different zones, but it's still in my same market. There's 2 stores, one in one zone and one in another zone. Well, one zone expect you to, park, get out, and get your order, let them know to check in that way. Another one wants you to sit in the vehicle. You pull up, and both of these are Sonic stores. You drive in to the booth, and they bring it. You push the button, let them know, give them the information, and they'll bring it out to you. They do not want you to stand on the patio. But the other zone, that's what they expect you to do. But if you don't know that, now you're irritating the stores, the employees. They really don't want to deal with you. They're overlooking you. And then you may start to see that it's taking a minute for you to get your order. They overlooking you. So that's why I say know your stores, man, and what they expect of you as a dasher. And always try to be respectful, even when they're not. If it get out of hand, man, just try to you can report. I wouldn't suggest checking nobody, because that can get you into trouble. But like I said, as we went over step 1, know your market, know your zones within your market, know the hot spots. Outside of what DoorDash is saying the hot spots are. And then step 2 was know your stores, man. The employees, where you should park, when you get out, and who do you check in with, where do you check in at, where do they want you to wait, how's it done. It's a lot of stores got a lot of different expectations, and as you continue to dash and deal with these different stores, you will understand that for those particular stores. When you first go into a store for the first time as a dasher, my suggestion would be to ask them, let them, check in either at the counter, or if you see an employee, ask them what do they want you to do, and sometimes they'll tell you, you don't even have to ask. Step 3 is just like so simple, because these are some basic foundational things that's going to get you started to becoming a good dasher, so that you can make more money, because that's the goal, is to make more money. So let's go into my 3rd tip. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is for you as the dasher to set a monetary goal each day. How much do you expect to make? And let's be realistic in this number, so that you can know whether you reach it or not over time. Don't just say, I want to make $1,000 a day, and that's not realistic in your market. Set a realistic goal, and you can adjust it, as time goes on. You see, I can't make that, but I can make this. Let that be your goal, and continue to dash until you reach that goal every day. Remember to within setting your monetary goal, remember that there are expenses. There are expenses, with your car, with gas, oil change, if a tire blowout, so car maintenance. You also have to factor in your lunch, unless you're going to pack lunch. But even if you pack lunch, you still have to factor that in. So set a monetary goal each day. You can do it daily or weekly. I suggest daily because it's more tangible to do it daily, because then you can know, okay, today I was $20 short, or I was $10 over. I did pretty good. So set your daily goals and add that up, whether you do 5 days out of the week, or 6 days, or 7 days. Example, if you say my daily goal is 125 or 150, and then add it times 5, that should be your weekly goal. Add it times 6, that should be your weekly goal. Or if you go 7 days a week, you don't take no days off, that should be your goal. If you follow these 3 tips, build your foundation on these 3 tips, you will ultimately make more money. Now I have a bonus. I just want to throw this in there. I have a bonus. My bonus is that your acceptance rate does matter. I'm not going to go into that deep, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And that doesn't mean to accept every order. I don't suggest that. You decide what you're comfortable with, and you accept the orders that beneficial to you, and your family, whatever. Listen, man, follow these 3 tips and you're gonna make more money. So I want to thank you for watching the video. Ask that you share your thoughts in the comments section. If you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make a video. Once again, thank you. Until next time, y'all be safe. Peace.